We've all been there, right? We're in the rhythm with things, working out consistently, feeling good, and then life happens. We go on a trip, work gets really busy, or if you're like me, your baby stops sleeping, and boom. A couple weeks have gone by, and the idea of starting back up again just fills you with utter dread. But it's okay, because I am here and I'm gonna give you a little bit of guidance and some encouragement, and believe it or not, in 2 weeks, you are gonna be excited to move your body. There will be no more dragging your feet. The question of should I or shouldn't I won't be lingering over you all day. The idea of taking a break from your life to pick up some heavy weights and move your body is going to make you giddy. So first, let me take you back a month. Good morning. It is currently Monday and I am hopefully about to work out for the first time in 2 weeks. And when I tell you, there is not a fiber of my being that wants to do this right now. I'm forcing myself to do it first thing in the morning because I know if I wait any longer, I will somehow justify not doing it and a whole nother week is gonna go by. And of course, I am now strategically procrastinating even further by talking to the camera. But I feel like this is really important to share. So if you don't know me, my name is Meredith and I have a fitness app that's called The Playground, where I share functional strength workouts, mobility, yoga, a little bit of cardio, but all through the lens of bringing the joy back into movement. I want people to feel energized by their workouts, not depleted, and I really want to help people develop a love for movement in the process. And I really don't find myself in this position often, but here we are, totally relating to the people who struggle with motivation. So we've got to document it. And I have to say, I know that 2 weeks off maybe doesn't sound significant to many people, but that is actually the longest amount of time I have taken off in over 2 years. And this isn't because I'm obsessive or dogmatic about my training. I actually feel like my approach is very reasonable. It's usually just that my workouts really fill my cup, and so I want to keep showing up week after week. I should also say this is my job, so there's that. I usually take 1 week off a couple of times a year. Usually that'll align with a trip or just if my body feels like it needs a reset. 1 week off can be really productive typically. It just like gives your body a nice reset, and then I usually come back feeling more energized and excited and usually even stronger because of the time away. But 2 weeks, wow, this is a very different story. I have zero motivation. My body just feels like achy and blech, and I am not excited at all. And I doubt that I'm gonna feel stronger. In fact, like I know I will feel noticeably weaker. But I guess it's time to do it. So without further ado, here we go. Day one really is the hardest part for many reasons. The first hurdle being just actually starting the workout itself. When you're not in the rhythm, it can be such a challenge to find the motivation. And then unfortunately, even if you do start, the workout may not feel great, which I hate to say, but it's true. You're probably gonna feel a little sluggish and you'll likely constantly be battling an inner voice that's saying, just stop, it's fine. But we are gonna abide by 3 very important principles to make our return as approachable as possible. First, we need to drop the making up for lost time mindset. I find this to be really common for people who are making a return. Especially after burnout, we can have this mentality that we need to train really, really hard. Whether that's to cram in the months of progress, big air quotes there, that you've missed out on, or even worse, to somehow punish yourself for the time away. Whatever the reason, it's often subconscious, but it is a trap that we need to avoid if we want to build a sustainable fitness routine. Okay, well, as expected, that was pretty tough, but I stuck with it and I could actually feel my brain chemistry changing during the cool down. And that's what's so beautiful, is you don't have to wait 10 weeks to benefit. So I already feel so much better. Hello, so it is Wednesday and I'm surprised. I'm actually already feeling way better. My daughter just left for daycare and I kind of expected to be like dragging my feet up here to work out, but dare I say I had a little pep in my step, so I'm feeling ready. Let's get it going. Also, just side note, I feel like I've never shown this angle of my attic. This is where I work out when I'm not on my set, and Thank goodness I'm short. As you can see, it's a small, tiny room. I'm finding it a challenge to set up my camera far enough away from me so that you can see the exercises that I'm doing, but you get the picture, hopefully.
Principle 2 is to choose a workout that supports you. Between the fact that a lot of us subconsciously feel the need to do something hardcore, again, big air quotes there, and the fact that the majority of fitness marketing is pushing these hour-long boot camp cardio classes, this can be very tricky. But the truth is, you do not need extreme intensity or length in your workouts in order to see results, and we definitely don't need it when we're returning after time away. I truly believe strength training to be the most bang for your buck in terms of health and longevity. And again, not strength work that's just a camouflaged HIIT class, but real, true, intentional strength work where you're warming up properly, you're taking your muscles to failure, taking sufficient breaks between the exercises, balancing out all of your muscle groups, and of course, my favorite, actually winding your nervous system back down with a cool down. Can you see how much nicer that sounds than just mindlessly jumping around for an hour? I also think that it can be really helpful to be led by an educated, skilled trainer when returning to movement, whether that's in person or online. Not only does this take the pressure off of decision making, but their guidance gives your mind something to focus on besides, I want to quit. So you can see I've been following along with the video. That's actually me. I've been taking my own classes out of my fitness app because even I, who obviously knows how to program workouts and knows proper exercise form, didn't want that to be a barrier. I find it so helpful to be guided by someone else, even if that someone else is me. When I'm filming these workouts, I am right there with you, cueing you every single step of the way and helping you reconnect with your body. And that's what you want to look for, not just someone who's yelling at you to push harder. I've actually got a free 30-minute strength class listed down in the description below if you'd like to get started with me today.
I am so happy to report that I already feel back in the swing of things just after 3 days. My energy is back, my body feels better. I genuinely feel excited to do this workout right now. Now this, of course, is not gonna be the exact timeline for everyone, especially if you're brand new to strength training. If you're brand new, it's gonna take a little bit of time to really find your rhythm with things, but hopefully this approach of easing your way in is really, really helpful in getting you to that place. If you've done strength training before and you're just coming back after a little break, your brain and your body know this dance. You just have to get back into the swing of things, which can happen relatively quickly, apparently. Hopefully, regardless of whether you're brand new or a seasoned pro who just needed some encouragement, you at least feel yourself trending in the right direction. And that's really all we can ask for. All right, let's get into the workout.
So you've got an open, loving mindset. You've picked a really intentional and supportive workout. Now, principle 3 is about what we do within the workout itself. We grab the light weights, we do fewer reps than what your trainer is asking you to do, and we take longer breaks between the exercises. I'm often coaching my members to grab heavy weights and take their muscles to failure because that is how we build muscle. But I also try to say, if you're new or coming back after a break, this doesn't apply to you. If you're in that camp, treat this session or this week or 2 weeks of sessions as a skill building opportunity. You're moving with your body, connecting with your breath, practicing the movements, and improving your brain-body connection so that in a week, 2 weeks, a month, you feel confident to grab the heavy weights. Lifting too much too soon will only leave us sore, depleted, and discouraged. Remember, this is a long game.
So I'm gonna give you a moment of tough love here. You have to just rip the Band-Aid off. I know, it's a bummer, but I did it and you can do it too. If you can get over the hump of simply starting the first workout, then these 3 principles of mindset, workout selection, and intensity modification will truly paint the yellow brick road for you. And I want us to be clear on the fact that following these principles does not mean that we're being lazy. This is how you rebuild trust with your body and with your mind to create a movement routine that feels good and sustainable and actually supports your life rather than just draining you. I hope that you feel inspired to get started. Know that I am rooting for you. And again, I have a free 30-minute strength class listed down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.